welcome to the channel. This is Go Gretty and welcome to the GT7 2022 Gran Turismo World Series Test Season number 3. It is round number 2 and round number 3, as tonight I will show you Spa in the Group 3 cars in the rain, as well as Trial Mountain in the Group 4 cars. So plenty of action. Stick around, check it out. Alright, Spa was a bit of a disaster for me. Now this is the lobby, and well, I didn't save the replay because it just really wasn't worth it, as I forgot to buy intermediate tires before the race. So here's the start of the race, and there's Gretty in the very back, because if you've ever tried to qualify in heavy rain on racing medium or racing soft tires, it does not work well. As you can see, the Corvette in front of me with the same issue. But look at Gretty go make the move, and the Corvette comes over, hits me, knocks me up against the guardrail, pushes me into the GTR, spitting me out all over. We're doing pirouettes. We look like a ballet dancer out there on the racetrack at Spa. Yeah, I think Spa's in Belgium. I think that's some pretty good ballet dancers there. Anyway, I fit right in. So here we are later in the race, mano a mano with the Subaru, going through Blanchimont, 52 miles an hour. What blazing speed in this highly modified Group 3 race car. Oh, both of us on racing medium slick tires. And it is a tight one as we head towards the bus stop chicane. The Subaru looking for traction. Gretty down the inside, gonna look to make a move into the bus stop chicane. 56 miles an hour. Now, where do I get on the brakes? Well, anywhere, as long as it's not late, because if you brake late, you're gonna be gone. Look at that move by Gretty down the inside on the Subaru. Holds it through the chicane. The Subaru goes wide. Gretty makes the pass stick. Comes out in P13, looking good. Well, it did dry out some more later, so I was actually able to stretch the legs out a little on that Group 3 Lambo. What an absolutely gorgeous car to suck this bad as a Group 3 race car. It's just a darn shame. Even though I forgot the intermediate tires, this car was terrible. Do not choose Lambo. Anyway, on to the point rankings. Getting ready for round number 3. Let's click on that. Look at there. That's my local rankings. I'm 27th in North America. Not too terrible considering I'm in this Lambo. It was that first round with the tuning I was able to do something. There I am on the friends list sitting in 4th. Again, not too bad. And look at that. Number 1 of 7 poor souls that chose a Lamborghini. I apologize. I feel sorry for all of y'all that chose this car. Anyway, here we are. On to Trial Mountain. And a good lobby, bunch of familiar names, and not too many WRXs in this round. The WRXs were absolutely scorching here. So here we are on the qualifier coming through the first section, and we pass Galetsky there. And so I know he's not going to be able to set a better time because he's on the side of the road, and we've got a .358 ahead of where we were before. So we're looking good to be in P14. All I got to do is just continue to do what I'm doing here, and I might move up a spot, possibly 2, on the qualifying. Like I said, not in an OP car. This Lambo struggling to stretch its legs here at Trial Mountain. Just really didn't have a lot of speed coming out of the corners or anywhere. And there I am, almost 5/10 over my current fastest time, and I'm feeling good about the lap. Get down on the inside there, just missed the grass, perfectly done. Getting back on the grass, gonna bang on that brake right there at the bottom of the hill, crank it down the inside. Missed my apex a little bit, could have been a little bit narrow through there, so I couldn't quite get on the gas like I wanted to. But again, not a bad corner, so looking good. Just got to get on the brakes there about where the moss on the wall is on the right. I actually broke just a hair late, so overshot this corner, which may have possibly caused me to miss this, but it was the shadow there kind of threw me off. Hit the barricade on the way out. So disappointing to lose all those half seconds that I built up. End up qualifying in a abysmal P15. Oh, so starting near the back of the pack. What is the strategy for this race? This is a 3X tire race and a 5X fuel race, which means you do have to save a little bit of fuel with that 5X fuel factor. 3X tires, now you have a choice between a medium and a hard racing tire, but you're required to run the medium. So the medium can actually go the entire distance of the race. You can change it if you feel like you've just been a little too hard on the tires, don't feel like it's going to make it. I tried that in the first round of the first slot of this race, and it was a disaster for me. The tires didn't get faster after the stop. I don't know what happened, but I'm going to try and just stay on the same set of tires all the way to the end. So I'm going to take my pit stop near the end rather than coming in, say, lap 5, lap 6 to swap out tires. Let's see how that works. All right, let's get this race started. We get the 3, 2, 1, and we are off. And to add insult to injury, GT7 starts us off in the chicane. I mean, 12th through 15th. It's not that we didn't have a bad start already, qualifying as poorly as we did. You don't have to start us in the chicane. You got this huge long straightaway you can start everybody in. Anyway, so get through the first corner without getting the penalty. Looking good through the second corner. Notice the yellow flag come around the corner. We got 2 people off. Double Gretty passes. I will take it and start the race. So what happened here? Well, it looks like the Corvette just got in front of the Merc before this turn. Has to get on the brakes a little bit to make the corner. Merc is in the back of Mercedes in the grass. Comes back over. Quackabilly hits the Mercedes. The Mercedes spins out in the grass. They both go spinning. And what you don't see there is Quackabilly actually stops and waits on the Mercedes, lets him pass on through. So good sportsmanship there by Quackabilly. It looked like a racing incident. I don't think either of them intended to do that to each other. But bad start for them. But however, that gives us 2 positions right away. Move up from 15th to 13th. Now I've got to get the head down to see if I can catch Galetsky in front of me in the BMW M4. And he is scooting along behind me. I've got a Toyota Supra driven by ADO Wilson on to lap number 3. I haven't really made up any time on Galetsky. He is just humming along. Had a nice set of corners right there. Look at my rearview mirror. It was about a 1-second gap to P14, and all of a sudden he just starts falling back. So apparently he had a struggle through that corner. Allows me to open that big gap. So I don't really have to sweat that anymore. Now look ahead, and well, we've got some door-to-door action going on in front. I start licking my chops thinking, well, if they start racing, that might mean I can move up or at least get in on some of that good racing action. I can only hope. Send it down through this fast left-hander into the tunnel. And, well, a little further on down the line, Galetsky serves that penalty. I'm thinking I'm going to catch him here, maybe get alongside. And, well, no such luck, as the Lamborghini is more like a Toyota Corolla out here on the course. It has got absolutely no testicles on this bull. It is, what do you call it? A testicleless bull. I know there's a name for it. Is it a steer? Is that right? Is it a steer? I think it might be a steer. Anyway, you can tell I'm not from Texas. I am from Louisiana. But finally get into the slipstream of Galetsky as we come through those S-turns. I am going to try to latch on and just let him pull me forward that top end that I know that the M4's got. As we come down through the left-hander again into the tunnel, I am giving her all she's got while saving fuel, shifting about as late as I possibly can. And I'm even going to rev out 5th gear a little bit here to try and stay in the slip. You can look in their left-hand side, and I'm just barely staying in touch with the BMW. Oh, it is brutal back here in the Lamborghini. So we go into the left-hander, and you can look right here. I'm right there on the bumper. You would think I'd be able to just easily stay in that slipstream. But it is, I'm telling you, I am driving as hard as I can to stay right there. And I know it doesn't seem like that when you watch it in the video, because I'm short shifting just a little bit to save the fuel. But I'm telling you, I'm sweating. I'm working hard, sawing at that steering wheel to try and stay with Galetsky in the BMW. And have a nice exit out of that corner, able to get right back into the slips. We have our first set of pit stoppers here on lap 4. They'll probably go on to a new set of tires. The only thing I can think of why they'd be pitting so early. So we come down through the bus stop chicane, and again, I am nicely tucked into the slipstream of Galetsky. But even so, as we come out of that corner, he was able to kind of accelerate away from me. Now, on to lap 6, we have some more pit stoppers, which is going to promote me all the way up to P6 in this race. Now, I know good and well that I still have to stop, so I know that I'm not actually in P6, but we have another horde of pit stoppers here on lap number 7. Now we are up to P4, and I am just doing all that I can to hang with the BMW as he is now moving out of the slip and off into the distance, about 1.5 seconds ahead of me. And that's what's so frustrating about this is I had the ability to stay in the slip, but the car just didn't seem to have the pace to stay with him on the straight of all places. So on lap number 11, we are in first and second. Now, if Gillespie had pitted earlier, he would have given me a lead lap to put down in my statistics, but unfortunately, he did not. But I was happy to stay with him here. Now, as you can see, I'm still 1.6 out. We go into the pits, and I'm certain to get in early on that pit lane and not get that 3-second pit penalty. Now, look at that gap there. That is the gap I've got to me and a huge gaggle of cars. And we come out after about a 37-second pit stop. And I just managed to slip out in front of that big group of cars that is coming. Looks like about 5 of them back there. So heading into the tunnel, I can see a little bit something behind me, but not sure what it is. But what it is Josh Benelli and ASR Conquer and WRX is on fresh tires. Benelli gets sideways, drifts the corner. Conquer's looking for a way around, but Benelli able to gather it back up nicely. You see my Lambo right there in front of them as we come out of the fast left-hander into the tunnel. Now I'm in the tunnel and I see the headlights coming in the rearview mirror. I am wishing I was further into that slipstream of the BMW because I need all the help I can get to hold off these hard-charging WRXs behind me. It is Subie Fest now. Conquer looks down the inside of Benelli in the left-hander here. He makes the move down the insides, gets into my slipstreams, we come out the other end. I am still trying to catch the BMW of Gillespie in front of me. And now Conquer's looking to try and make a pass on yours truly. He is setting up, but look how that Subaru just reels in that Lamborghini. He's getting on the brakes here, and this is where I make my mistake. The tires are just too gone. She goes a little bit wide and keep it from getting in the grass. I had to lift just a tiny bit, which allows him to go past. Now I'm going to go back to the inside to protect it, but Benelli slips down and then he backs off. I get on the brakes hard here, make the sausage. A little tap there on Conquer. Conquer comes over, smacks into me. The Benelli gets to the side of me, but he backs off the throttle, lets me through, and then he apologizes after the race. No need to do that, sir. We were just racing hard through the last set of corners. All good. Come across the finish line with a P10. Pretty happy with that after starting in 15th. So the strategy of going all the way to the end before my pit stop pays dividends as there was just too much battling going on behind me. So hope you enjoyed that race. Hope you enjoyed the action. Picked up 191 points. I'm sorry, 193 points you see right there. So was able to improve my point standings on the year. Hope you enjoyed the races. Hope you enjoyed all the action. If you did, hit the like and or subscribe. Come back and check out some more. For myself, Go Gretty. Y'all have a great evening. DJ Clean, take us out.